Hello everyone, very much a Kirkby specific video today. Now some of you will be aware and some of you will not be aware about the Kirkby Neighbourhood Board. The Kirkby Neighbourhood Board has been established as a requirement of the government's plan for neighbourhoods programme. As part of that programme, Kirkby has been allocated £19.5 million of funding, so just letting you know about that is important. Moreover, there's also a public consultation on the matter, which I'll put the details for them in the caption of this video. All this being said, I'm asking myself, what exactly is this and is it actually going to benefit people? Now, I have my doubts, but please do try and give your thoughts via the consultation methods that I mentioned. Hey, maybe they ignore them, but at least you can put your word out and say what you think should be done. Now, the first thing I was struck by was the chairperson of the neighbourhood board. Now, the chairperson of this board is Max Steinberg, CBE. And I found some information about that appointment. It says Max Steinberg, CBE, DL, has been appointed to serve as the chair of the new town board for Kirkby. It says a range of things about Max Steinberg. However, what I was struck by is there's not really much mention about how Max Steinberg relates to Kirkby. Now, on the government website under Ministry of Housing, Communities and Local Government, gives some specific information on the chairperson. It says the chair should act as a champion for the place and provide leadership for the board, ensuring it is community-led and embedded within the local area. Gives some examples of the sort of person that would be a good fit. Again, it seems to me that this Max Steinberg doesn't really have a link to the local community. Should we say he's not a community leader in Kirkby? Now, I don't want this to be so very much focused on this Max Steinberg. I wanted to use this to highlight that I'm kind of a bit suspicious of how representative of Kirkby this is actually going to be. And I encourage people to look at the membership of this board and see what names ring a bell and which don't. I can see some who are what I would describe as prominent people in the Kirkby community, but a lot of these people, I can't really see how this relates to the Kirkby Neighbourhood Board. So I'm certainly going to follow up on this. Almost certainly there's going to be more videos and more discussion. But I really wanted to put this out there, one, to raise awareness, because people should try and get their thoughts heard, and also to raise awareness of the possibility that this neighbourhood board isn't really going to represent Kirkby in the way we'd hope. It should be driven by community leaders and people that are really invested in Kirkby. And some of those names on that list don't represent Kirkby, or at least I'm not aware of it.